for joining us for the Monday Minute with Mark and taking time out of your busy day or evening to connect and invest in your personal, professional, and leadership growth. I'm H. Mark Taylor. I'm with the John Maxwell team, and I hope that you're having an amazing day. Over the past few weeks, we've been talking about achieving dream reality. And we've said that there are 3 principles we need to be aware of and 3 practical steps that we can take when it comes to working to achieve our objectives and goals. The first principle was the principle of time, that it will take a span of time to begin to achieve those far-reaching goals and dreams. It's not going to happen in a day or a week. And we need to be able to exercise patience and get through the demoralizing and depressing times when we begin to question whether or not it's really worth it. The second principle was the principle of cost. It's going to take more time than we had planned, more finances than we had calculated. It's going to take more effort than expected, and it's going to test and change our relationships as we go forward. The third principle we're talking about today is the principle of reality or achievability. When we're looking at achieving goals and objectives, and especially our dreams, we need to ensure that the dream that we have is rooted in reality, that it's possible to do, and that it's something achievable. For instance, maybe I have a goal where I would like to be a pro golfer. And I can look at that goal and I can determine if it's realistic for me to begin to achieve it. The first problem is I don't play golf. The second problem is when I do play golf, the ball goes all over the place and people are running for cover. In fact, the only place that is probably safe is on the green because the ball's not going to come anywhere close to where the ball's supposed to go. So that's not really a realistic goal. I think of, some sports figures who have traded in their sport where they're really good at it and gone off to try something else. Michael Jordan's like kind of a good example of that because at one time he decided he wanted to play and be a pro in baseball. So he went and started to play with the minor league. He set aside his basketball for a period of time. The problem was that the minor league needed a little better statistics than Michael Jordan had. So, after a year, he ended up going back to his forte in basketball. So here's a situation where there is a desire to play baseball, but he's a pro in basketball. He made the attempt, he took the risk, and he figured out that was not going to happen, at least not in his timeline. So we certainly have to give him credit and ourselves credit too when we go into achieving a dream. We're going to run into dead ends, and there are going to be times when we have to adjust and kind of maybe go around or adapt our goals and our objectives to fit what's realistically possible. But as we hit up against those dead ends and we end up in some type of failure, we get back up, we continue to try, and we fail forward. So we learn from our experiences. My wife, Sue, has always had a dream of living on a farm. She grew up on a remote farm in South Korea. And, in her later years, she was kind of longing to return to the farming life. She wanted to have a big garden and some chickens and raise our German shepherds, have a lot of room for them to run. And so we even went to South Korea at one point in time and started to look into the possibilities there, but it just wasn't where she really wanted to be. It wasn't realistic to go over and start a farm there. But in 2019, we were able to look at these possibilities create plans and look at the realistic achievability of it. And we were able to begin construction and achieve her dream of living on a farm. Now, we're still working on it due to some delays in COVID and so forth and so on. But we were able to plan, achieve her dream, and it became a reality for her. Whenever we're looking at moving forward in achieving our objectives, our goals, our dreams, whatever the case may be, these three principles, cost, time, and achievability, are important to keep in mind and keep before us. It's important to realize that it's going to take a span of time. We need to stay strong through it and get people around us who will help us, encourage us to achieve our dream. It's going to cost us in terms of time, more time than we had planned, more finances than we calculated, more effort than we expected. And again, we need those strong relationships around us to help us, propel us through the difficult times. And then finally, it has to be real. It has to be based in reality. It has to be achievable. So those are the three principles we have when we're thinking about achieving dream reality. This has been Monday Minute with Mark, and thank you so much for joining us today. And you can always go out to our website at success-universe.com. That's the word success, a hyphen, the word universe.com. It's on the screen right there, and you can get more information on any of these topics. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm H. Mark Taylor. I'm with the John Maxwell team. And don't give up and keep pressing forward on your hopes and dreams. See you later.